So oftentimes when I'm playing Toca Boca, I'll go on Pinterest for like inspiration, and all the comments on like a post will be asking where everything is, and usually there's like no replies. So I figured I'd show where certain things are, and if anyone sees this and likes it, they can like send me a photo, and I'll say where things are and where you can find them, so you'll know for the future. So I'm going to start out with this picture. And before we even start, I just want to let y'all know we're going to go over the shelf, the picture, the Polaroids, the wall, and the floor. So I'm going to start off by showing you where these vines are over the portrait in the left upper corner of this photo. So if you go into the store, you're going to find that these vines are a part of the My Room furniture pack, not to be confused with like a house pack, just a plain furniture pack. It doesn't come with a house. And I'm going to circle where they are right here, just as like proof that they're part of this pack in particular. And now if I go back to my game, I'm going to want to go into the home designer, and you're going to want to go from the home designer to the plant section, which can be found under the living room tab. And if you scroll down, you're going to find one of the possibilities for those vines, which is right here. There is another possibility, which I'll show you right now as part. So the other possibility is in the Willow Tree Park pack, and I'll show you where it is right here. So if you look, it's right above the tree. And like the other vines from the My Room pack, it's going to be in the living room tab under plants. Your configuration is probably going to look different from mine because I got my packs in a different order. I'm going to compare the two up here. So based off of this and the photo, I'm probably going to say it's the Willow Tree Park vines, just because of how high they go compared to the My Room furniture, but use whatever you have or want. And next, we're going to be looking at this portrait right here. So this portrait is part of the Modern Mansion house pack, as you can see right here. And this portrait is in the home designer is going to be under the bedroom tab and under the portrait sub tab with the other Modern Mansion paintings. Next, we have these two Polaroid photos, which are pinned to the portrait. So the pins are going to be a part of the Vintage Vibes furniture pack, while the Polaroids are going to be found once again in the My Room furniture pack. The pins are found in the bedroom section under the shelf subsection, with the other shelving items in the Vintage Vibes furniture pack. I'm just going to put 2 here since there are 2 in the photo. While the Polaroid photos are going to be found in the gaming section, in the television subsection, with all the other My Room furniture pack items in there. And in order to find these photos, you're just going to have to continuously tap the camera until you get the rose and the T Polaroids, and then you can just put those on the pins if you're following the photo. Also, while this photo is credited to Raccoon on Pinterest, I don't know if they're the one who actually did it, so credits to them if they did, and if not, just comment down below who designed this particular space, if it's like a TikToker or whatever. Next, I'm going to deviate slightly and just do the floor and walls because I forgot to do that at the beginning. So you can find the walls in the Sweet Pea Cottage design pack and the floor in the Little Paws Daycare design pack. In Home Designer, the floors and walls can be found in the paintbrush section and then just in the floor and wall subsection of each. Also, brief apology for the scene change. I moved from the build I'm working on just because I don't want there to be any glitches to the Modern Mansion, because it was commented that the build was on the Modern Mansion, but I don't think so. Anyways, we're doing this white shelf here next. The white shelf is part of the Neat Street apartment home designer, and Here's just before I add it in and show you where it is within Home Designer. A quick time lapse of me doing my best to match the build in the photo so far. Anyways, the shelf is going to be the bedroom section under the cabinet subsection with the other Neat Street apartment cabinet-like items or shelves or whatever. Things that aren't attached to a wall, basically. So after that, we've got these 3 bottles right here. And these are kind of different because they're not part of a Home Designer pack or base game. If you go to the map section in the shop, you're going to find the Bistro restaurant in Biscuit Town. And this is what has the 2, 4, 6 bottles. So if you have this pack, you can just like grab them like I am. Thankfully, I had this pack actually a while. Like when Toca Boca was originally like individual games instead of a world. But if you don't, I can show you some alternatives because not everyone wants to buy like a pack just for 3 items. A pack that isn't even like Home Designer or a furniture pack. So a free alternative to this is the cafe in Morning Meadows. And if you look inside the fridge, you're gonna see 3 vials of milk. And I'm just having this character drink them right here. And you can just put those in replacement and fill them with whatever drink you want. Or leave them empty. I'm just gonna fill them with potion from the Misty Cottage pack. So the next item we're gonna tackle is this thing holding the books. So it's actually a plant holder that's part of the Rooftop Garden Home Designer pack, and you're gonna be able to find it in the plant section of the Home Designer that's in the living room area. So if you're trying to recreate this, just take all the plants out and you're gonna put books in next. The books pictured are part of a few different packs. They're part of the Misty Cottage pack, which I'm showing right here. They're also part of base game and the Bohemian House design pack. So first is Misty Cottage, which is the orange and the other orange, but it's like 2 tones. You'll find it under the controller icon and then in the pen and paper subsection. The same goes for the rest of the books, by the way. So while the purple and the cream and blue toned books are from the base game, the final green book you're going to find in the Bohemian House pack. We're pretty close to being done here. Our next item is the humidifier, which is found in the post office. In the year of 2023, I'm just going to take this moon lamp as well, which is also in 2023 for future reference, but we're not going to get to that in this video. Second to last, we have this small little plant, which is found in the Rooftop Garden pack right here. I think next video I'm going to stop, like, just showing where they are and proving they're in the pack, just, you know. And obviously you know where the plant section is by now, so you're going to find that in there. Finally, we have this plant with a yellow pot, and you're going to find that in a Neat Street apartment. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I think I'll be uploading this to YouTube as well, since it is incredibly long.